Okay, thanks for joining us again for our D-Line online clinics. Today, this is the last part of the three-part series for all my X's and O's heads, or I should say, my mad scientists who just can sit on the board and draw blitzes and coverages and route combinations, blocking schemes. This one is not so much X's and O's, but I can guarantee you'll get something out of it. So today we're going to talk about coach the person, not the product. And I'm a big believer in this. This is probably one of my core values for my coaching career. How I stay on track to that core value right there is by my acronym that I created within TEACH: trust, empower, appreciate, care, and help. Teach. At the core of it, yeah, we're coaches, but we're also teachers. And the interesting thing about it is educators see themselves as coaches. I wonder how often we see ourselves as teachers. I don't know, rhetorical question. But as we keep moving, one of the things that acronym helps me do is it reminds me that though our career and being a college coach, and as like many coaches, like the result of wins and losses sometimes is what dictates you to be a good coach. More than often, all of the times, that's what dictates you to be a good coach. So for us, we lose enough games, we're going to get fired. I've been fired before. UMass, get out of here. You know what I mean? We didn't win enough games. But at the end of the day, knowing that, certain things you can control and certain things you can't, like, I rely and put my solace in the fact that I'm always going to do what's best for the program, for our coaching staff, and more importantly, the player. Okay? But here's the thing. Me doing what's best for the player might not be technique, might not be a blitz, might not have anything to do with the actual game. Me doing what's best for the player is me being interested in him as a person. Coach Argas, shout out to Coach Argas, used to say, they don't care what you know unless they know that you care. Now, every coach who's listening to that probably has that on a board somewhere, and their mentor may have told them, their mentor's mentor may have told them. But here's what I'll say. That once you start coaching a person, right, the players want to give you the production that you're looking for. They want to show up for you. They don't want to disappoint. Because they know that you knew their mom was dealing with cancer. They know that you knew their mom and dad was getting divorced. They know that you knew his girlfriend had a miscarriage. When players know that you care about them personally, you'll always hold a place in their spirit that will help them go that extra mile. Like, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Coach Hall helped me get through that when my sister was dealing with sickle cell. She was in the hospital. Like, look, I missed that whole week of practice. I didn't even play that week. But when I came off of that next week, I went so hard, man, just because, like, Coach understood. He didn't talk about playing one time. And though I love this game, I wasn't even thinking about playing. Coach just was talking to me about getting through, being there for my mom, being there for my sister, because I'm the older brother, and like I didn't know how to handle her being in the hospital, hooked up to tubes, right? When a player comes in your office and says, Coach, man, I don't think football is for me anymore, and he's telling you football is not for him anymore because his mom is getting evicted, so he thinks he needs to get a job like now, and he might very well have to. But imagine none of that had anything to do with X's and O's. So as a coach, you're wearing multiple hats already. And let me tell you, I am not a therapist. But I've had some experiences that I can share, that I can connect with players with those experiences. You know, it used to be a deal, oh, he's a player's coach. Well, what other kind of coach is there? He's a player's coach, right? Well, he coaches players. Well, not only is he coaching players, he's coaching players to be better people. Okay, we had a rule when I was at Wagner Wednesdays. We had a rule called Button Up Wednesday. Button Up Wednesday was you go to class on Wednesdays and you wear anything you want, from shoes to pants, shorts, whatever, sweatpants, whatever. But you had to have at least a half button up. Why did we do that? Because I wanted them to see that they are perceived different when they wear something different, right? So, wait a minute. That had nothing to do with X's and O's. I wanted my players to understand that when they go into their classroom with a button up and say good morning, like the professor sees that and says, oh, James, good morning. I like your shirt. Immediately, like, Coach, man, you won't believe what happened this week at class. I said good morning to the professor. I didn't even know she knew my name. Am I coaching a product or am I coaching a person? Which one's more important to you? Right? Look, at the end of the day, I want to win games. I really do. But I'm at the belief that I will win more games if my entire team knows that I believe in them. And I believe in them as people. And not only do I believe in them as people, like, my interest is that they become better men, better husbands, better fathers. And at the end of the day, we use football to get them there. That's all we did. We used football to get them to where we ultimately want them to be as people. So, am I coaching a product or am I coaching a person? In fact, I'm coaching a person to get to the product I want, which is W's. I want to win. I want a championship, baby. Like Dickie V, baby. Like I want a championship. But I know that I can get to that championship if I know that I gave 100% effort in my interest and in my coaching to him, but he saw that, he felt that, and he knew it was all about him as a person. Nothing about his 40 time, nothing about how much he benched, nothing about comboing to the linebacker, nothing about getting a knockback, running the stunt, running the blitz. Listen, at the end of the day, anyone can coach. But everyone can't care to get players to play at a high level, right? Anyone can tell a player, hey, when the ball snaps, run to the A gap. Hey, when the ball snaps, run 5 yards and turn around and catch the ball. If that was coaching, imagine if it was just giving instruction. But I think coaching is a little bit more than just instruction. I think coaching is more caring. Wow, we may have just did something right there. Coaching is caring? Maybe. That's how I see it. So as you get ready for this football season, and as you do all of your training and get your utility built up for what schemes, what techniques you want to teach, believe me, if there's one thing you can take with you that will really transcend your team and their productivity, it will be how much were you able to exhibit the personal interest that you have in your players. That will be it. Because at the end of the day, if you can get every kid to overachieve, he overachieved because he knew that you cared about him as a person. If you can get every kid to overachieve. And the only way you can do that is by building a relationship and getting to know them. And getting them to understand, look, I want to put this blitz in, man. I want to put this blitz in so bad. I want to go man-free. I want to blitz the weak side, but I still want to go man-free and match strength of coverage. Hey, Coach, man, do you think we should put that in this week? Because our starting safety who go after quarterback all that, you know, his girlfriend just broke up with him. As silly as that may be, when I grabbed the kid, hey, man, listen, we wanted to put this blitz in. We're not going to put it in this week. Don't worry. I know you're going through it with your old lady. I just want you to know, man, look, If you ever need anyone to talk to, because I done been broken up with and I done broke up with people more times than probably anyone can count, and more times than I would like to think. But just imagine, just opening my door for him in that space. And you know what he did? The next week he came in and I'm thinking he ready to talk about him breaking up with the girl. And you know what he did? He sat down and he said, Coach, man, go over that blitz you wanted to put in last week. Are you sure? How's everything at home, man? How's your girl going? Everything good, Coach, but I want to get back to football. Talk to me about this blitz. Wait a minute. Did he just install the blitz or did I? Wait a minute. Was I coaching him through that blitz, or did he just coach me through it? What you give your players is what you give them. What they're able to receive and what they're able to take in to execute sometimes comes back to what do you know about them as a person. Listen, I hope you got something out of it. Believe me, you'll get more and more out of your players if they know you care. And how do they know you care? Because you took a vested interest in their lives outside of football. Listen, coach the person, not the product, and watch your guys excel and overachieve. I'll see you next time, and all of my mad scientists who want X's and O's, check in next week. We'll bring it back to you. Peace.